Okay, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 514. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper, which I invite you to check out at durhamskywriter.com. And with Bull City Hangout, basically I take some items from the Durham Skywriter and then put the show together, let you know what's happening today, actually this weekend here in Durham. So I invite you to definitely click on that link on the Facebook side to join me on camera, to shoot the breeze, etc. So I'm going to start out by saying I can almost walk. If you've been watching the past couple of days, been keeping you apprised of my situation, I've got some kind of sciatic nerve damage or something. Anyway, I can almost walk, so things are looking up. I'm still a little slow, which is why I'm so late. I can barely make it. But anyway, hopefully things are getting better and I'll be able to walk within hopefully a couple of days. We'll see. I've been doing those exercises, on YouTube. So anyway, let me get started. All righty, let's start with the word page, the government and nonprofit information page. Now, you might have been busy this week, and I totally understand. So maybe if you do need help with your rent, your mortgage, your water bill, if you need to learn about the septic to sewer program, and also the Durham, let me get the name right. The Durham, let me find it. The Emergency Rental Assistance Program. I'm looking for this particular one. Let me just mention them all. Low-income household water assistance program to help you with your water bill. So if you're not too busy this weekend, you can look this over and just see the different programs that can help you. There's another program I wanted to mention that I can't find right now. But there it is. No, that's not it. Where is it? Durham Down Payment Assistance Program. I at least wanted to mention that, and that is to help low-income people buy a house. So there you go. Okay, the Durham County libraries are all open until 6 today. As you know, Bragtown is not open on the weekend. And of course, Stanford L. Warren is closed until, I hope they reopen later this year, but they're doing extensive repairs that really needed to be done. So they will reopen hopefully at the end of this year or early next year. Let's go to the school tools page. Of course, school is not in session right now with it being a Saturday, but there's a really excellent event going on right now called Roll Up and Enroll. So this is going to be held inside. Last time it was outdoors, but today it's going to be inside the Jim and Carolyn Hunt Child Care Resource Center. The exact address is 1201 South Briggs Avenue. That's right across the street pretty much from the Briggs Avenue Community Garden, and also down the road from NC Works, where you go look for work. So the Durham Partnership for Children, they're holding this Roll Up and Enroll to help parents, grandparents, guardians enroll their children, their very young children, into pre-K. Maybe you got started with the application and got stuck, but in any case, they can help you with that. Also, if you speak Spanish, if you know someone, a neighbor with young children who speak Spanish, let them know that they can get help in their language. So also I have a link for you to, you can subscribe to their newsletter and get some tips. All righty. Let's see. Let's go to the health page, to your health. Got your COVID-19 test and vaccine updates. Now, today I only have one place listed where you can get tested for free, and that is at El Centro Hispano. That is at 2000 Chapel Hill Road in the Lakewood Shopping Center. So they just started, and they will be ending at 5:30. That is a drive-through, by the way. You don't have to leave your vehicle. Okay, let's see what else is on the health page. Oh, blood drives. So I've been telling you how hard it is for the American Red Cross and Blood Connection to, well, let's just say that the blood supply is at a 10-year low. And I blame the pandemic. People aren't out and about as much. So today, Blood Connection will be holding some blood drives. So today, they're at Lifesaver League, Durham Bulls, that's at the DBAP, the ballpark. So they will be starting at 1. So it will be from 1 until 6. Also, Blood Connection will be at Belk, at Streets at South Point, way down, south on Fayetteville Road. So they will be there from 3:30 until 7 at Belk. Also, they will be at Dirty Bull, that's downtown, 206 Broadway Street. They will be there from 4 until 7 this evening. Now, tomorrow, Blood Connection will be at the Hope Valley Country Club, and that's at 3803 Dover Road from 10 until 1:30, and that's tomorrow. Okay, and now let's go to the gardening page. Only one thing I wanted to mention. If you just happen to be downtown right now and you don't mind helping out, Durham Central Park's workday is today. So this is where volunteers help to tidy up the garden. Like suppose you're at the farmer's market, for example, because it's in operation right now. If you look to the west, you'll notice a beautiful garden on the slope. So that's where everybody will be, trimming the bushes and pulling out the weeds and just tidying up basically. So this is going to go on until noon. So even though it's after 10 o'clock, they started just a few minutes ago, they would love it if you would just stop by and just lend a hand just for, a few minutes until noon. They would love that. They have gloves and tools for the volunteers. Okay, let's see. And now let's go to the sports page, Sport and Life. A couple of things I want to mention. It is Durham Bike Month, so that's awesome. Just want to let you know that the event that was scheduled for today, because of the weather forecast, it's been postponed for later. And it was called Bike the Nature Preserves. So that's been postponed. So I will be giving you the new date as soon as I get that information. I will mention that this coming Wednesday, they will have their 20th anniversary Ride of Silence for those bikers and walkers who have lost their lives. This is going to be starting at 6 o'clock, and it's going to be a ride in silence. It's going to be a slow ride. You can actually see the route or route by clicking in advance right there. You can click on it on the sports page. Okay, and let's see. A couple more things. Oh, NC Coyotes play today. Okay, tomorrow. The NC Coyotes, that is our semi-professional basketball team. They are, the league is the East Coast Basketball League. So they're our home team. Their home court is Voyager Academy. This is right over there off of Ben Franklin, over there by the Lowe's on North Roxborough Street. So tomorrow's game against the Broward County Bulls will start at 4 o'clock. That is a home game. And then I think their next game won't be until next Sunday, an away game versus the Fayetteville Panthers. So again, tomorrow's game, NC Coyotes versus Broward County Bulls, starts tomorrow at 4 o'clock, home court. Okay. Now, Durham softball. Oh, wait, something's happening tonight that I want to mention. Full Moon Fever Bike Ride. That's sponsored by Durham Parks and Recreation. That's tonight. This is where you can choose to ride either 16 miles or 32 miles. So let's see. So most of the riders will be meeting at Bean Traders for the 8:30 start. Now, for those who want to get in an extra 15 miles, did I say 16 and 32? I think it's 15 and 30 miles. In any case, what's a couple of miles among friends? So if you want to get an early start, you can start at 7:30 from Mellow Mushroom over there by the ballpark across the street. So they will be starting at 7:30. And then they will meet up with the other bikers by going south and meeting everyone else at Bean Traders. And then they will ride an additional 15 miles. So you can decide, whether you want to start at 7:30 or 8:30. You do have to have a light on your bike. And of course, they hope that you have a helmet as well. It's a free event. You can read about it by going to the sports page. Now, tomorrow, Durham softball reconvenes. I think they took off a Mother's Day weekend last week. So let's see. Tomorrow's series of games will start at 10:30. Now, if you don't know about Durham softball, it's a clever and wonderful way to raise funds for local nonprofits. So the players pay to play, and they represent the different nonprofits. Also, we viewers, we can go and enjoy the games for free, and then donate money if we want to, or buy the T-shirt. And I think tomorrow, you know what? I just realized they wanted people to bring food. I will, let me write that down. I just remembered that. So what I'm going to do is to update this post. So Durham softball food. Okay. They want us to bring something. And I will update that so that before you leave for the games tomorrow, you will know what to bring. Let's see. So tomorrow is Josh's Hope versus the South Durham Little League at 10:30. Then at 11:45, Housing for New Hope versus Crayons to Calculators. That's what it is. They want to help. They want to help crayons to calculators. Maybe it's not food. I will find out, and I will update my post. I know it has to do with crayons to calculators. Okay, at 1 o'clock, Central Piedmont Community Action of NC versus the Animal Protection Society of Durham. That's at 1. And at 2:15, it will be Girls on the Run of the Triangle versus Don't Waste Durham. And then at 3:30, Miracle League of the Triangle versus Porch Durham. And the last game, 4:45, Vets to Vets United versus Meals on Wheels of Durham. Super fun. In fact, the time that I went last year, Willie Bull dropped in and the place went crazy. It was so fun. Okay, now let's go to the Let's Go page. That is the calendar of events page. Let's go there and scroll down to 14. Let's see. Here it is. So the Durham Farmers Market, they are open until noon. They're in Durham Central Park. The Durham Craft Market, same deal, until noon in Durham Central Park. The South Durham Farmers Market, that's until noon. They are in the Greenwood Commons Shopping Center, south on Highway 55. And then the District 3 and the District 4 PAC meetings are both meeting starting at 10 o'clock. So they started a couple of minutes ago, but it's on Zoom. So if you say, darn it, I wanted to attend, go ahead. I have the link right there on the Let's Go page. And they don't mind if you're late because it's on Zoom. But basically, Partners Against Crime is what PAC stands for. And this is a great way to find out what's happening in your community, and also a great way to find out about city and county programs. And District 3 is south and west. District 4 is south and kind of east-ish, sort of, or central. I would say central. Okay. Now, as you know, it's second Saturday, which means grocery giveaways. Now, I'm not completely sure about Jules' outreach because it was not announced on their Facebook page. Let me make sure. Yeah, Jules' outreach. Usually it's 10 until noon. So if you happen to be in the area of KIPP Charter School at 1107 Holloway Street, you can drive by and see if they're there. And if they are, you can get some free groceries. Now, White Rock, they made the announcement that they're moving their grocery giveaway just for the month of May to the third Saturday. So next Saturday, you can go to White Rock at 11, and I'll remind you. Now, One Love Christian Church, they will definitely be giving away groceries. It's announced on their Facebook page. They are at 1315 Horton Road, and they have their they call theirs drive-through food distribution, and it's from 11 until 1. St. Barbara's Greek Orthodox Church, and they're on Highway 751. They're hosting a Taste of Greece. This is going to be today and tomorrow from 11 until 7. So I think last year they had to sort of curtail it a bit, but I think they're back in full force this year, where you can enjoy Greek food and pastries. You can dine in or take out. You can shop at the Greek grocery. You can have tours of the church at 12:30, 2:30, and 4:30. And then you can look at the handmade jewelry and the art and the souvenirs. You know, they have the different vendors there. You can also participate in the silent auction. That's always fun. And then some of the proceeds will be going toward Ukrainian relief. Free admission, but take some money with you because you might want to buy some food, etc., and also partake in the silent auction. So I do have a link to the website so you can see the whole schedule. But basically, it's St. Barbara's Greek Orthodox Church, today and tomorrow, 11 until 7. Okay, the Empowered Girls of North Carolina, they're going to have their Teen Table Talk. It's going to be today from noon until 1. It's a safe space for young women to talk about young women things. So it should be really nice. They have the guidance of an adult facilitator. It's not a free-for-all. So I do have a link for them to get their free ticket and to enjoy talking with other young teens. Okay. Now, another thing, 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗓 𝗔𝗓, they usually have a grocery giveaway second Saturday. Now, I know they just had their Eid festival last week, and I noticed that they didn't announce the neighborhood food pantry giveaway for this week. So it's possible that they either forgot to post it or they're not having it. Usually it's from 2 until 4, not at the Parkwood, but at the Fayetteville Street Masjid. So if you happen to be in the area, you might want to, kind of walk or drive by and see if they're still doing this. But know for sure, for absolute certainty, that One Love Christian Church is giving away groceries today. And again, that's from 11 until 1. Okay, let's see. Mike Paris. He is a singer and songwriter and a multi-instrumentalist. He will be giving a free concert at the Sacred Grounds Coffee House. That's the Christian music venue in St. Paul United Methodist Church. Music starts at 7:30. It's free, of course, but they will always graciously accept any donation that you might want to make. Okay, now let's talk about tomorrow. Again, St. Barbara's Greek Orthodox Church, tomorrow 11 until 7. And then the Black Farmers Market, NC, their first farmers market is going to be tomorrow from 1 until 4. Now they have a new spot. They were over there at Golden Belt. This year they're at Hillside High School, a little closer to my house. I love that. So they're at Hillside tomorrow from 1 until 4, and that is the Black Farmers Market NC. Yes. Also tomorrow at Baldwin Auditorium, there's going to be the beautiful concert. The Choral Society of Durham will be performing Johannes Brahms' Ein Deutsche Requiem. That's going to be tomorrow at 4. Now here's how this works. It's a beautiful piece where they take biblical texts in German, though, and this requiem is used to soothe and encourage people, move them from mourning. This is for like people who are feeling really super sad. So people who are in mourning or feeling profoundly sad, and hopefully moving them toward a place of comfort and joy. So if you need that, then this is going to be happening tomorrow in Baldwin Auditorium. And even though it's going to be in German, I'm sure it's still going to be beautiful. So tickets are $25, $15 for those aged 30 and under, $5 for students, and for those aged 17 and under, only $5 for them. So there you go. That's what's happening this weekend in Durham as far as I know, and as far as what's listed in the Durham Skywriter. Now, if I'm missing events, then please help me out by sending me the information. I don't leave things out on purpose. So if you could help me out, I would love that. Also, if you could share this out, I would love that, so that more people can know what's happening this weekend in the Bull City. Now let's check the weather. Let me check my little weather app here so we can have up-to-date information, because I'm surprised to see the sun out there. Really surprised, because I thought it was going to be raining all day. So right now it's 71, supposedly cloudy, although the sun is streaming behind me right now. So supposedly there's going to be a 30% chance of rain at 1 o'clock, starting at 1. And it looks like there's going to be thunderstorms, or a possibility of thunderstorms, around 2-ish, and then cloudy, and then definitely thunderstorms, a higher likelihood later this afternoon. So we'll see. We will see. So all to all, there is a 50% chance of thunderstorms, according to my little weather app. But there's going to be a high of 79. So at least the temperatures are moving up. Now tomorrow, it's going to be 85. I like that. And it's going to be partly sunny tomorrow. So that's more like it. Tomorrow, no rain 𝗕𝗧𝗧. Thumbs up for that. Okay, looks like Guy, our cook, is waiting in the wings out there in Washington State. So let's bring him on and see what the heck is happening in Kennewick. Guy, what's new?
Well, the weather. You could share my screen. I've got a little animation there.
Oh, animation. Okay.
The green stuff is rain.
Whoa.
And you see it's moving. I'm on that little dot there, the blue dot where the rain comes down. And so just a minute ago.
Oh, yeah, I see.
When it was quite precipitous, the dogs needed to go outside. They wanted to go out and do their business. It's really funny. Chewy, the biggest dog we have, is about the size of a Jack Russell. He goes outside because that's what he does. Well, the little Yorkie, my late mom's dog, Joy, she goes out to the edge of the covered porch and starts barking at Chewy. And I don't speak dog, but I think she was screaming, "Come in, you idiot. It's raining."
Get out of the rain.
Yeah. But then, like a minute later, she goes out into the wet and does her dance.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, she was smart though. She stayed underneath the bushes. She's a little, you know how big a Yorkie is. They're not very big.
Dinky.
So she can get underneath a rose bush or anything,
That's cute.
Substantial cover and keep a little bit dry. But there's paw prints of wet footprints as they came back in. It's it's going to be raining. You can see in that little bar chart. So after 11 o'clock this morning, and it's only 7:30 right now. So it's I've got a plugged up sprinkler on my irrigation, but I'm not going to worry about it. Not today. It's
not today. No,
I don't need it. I don't even know why they're even going to. I need to get a gadget or something. There's got to be a sensor or something you can get that if there's sufficient rainfall, like if we get an inch of rain or half inch or whatever, that this gadget will turn off the timer and say, "No, you don't need to run today. Don't waste the water."
There's got to be some kind of a sensor.
Oh, I'm thinking there.
As you jam in the ground, and if water touches it, then it cuts off the sprinkler system. It should be easy enough.
Yeah. There's got to be that.
Yeah.
Well, two things happened this morning that I was amazed by, and maybe not the big deal, but I was watching on Facebook and it said that the president of Finland has signed a security agreement
with Germany.
No, with all of Europe.
Oh, okay.
And
I heard it was okay. Go ahead.
And so he's speaking really understandable English. That's what I was amazed by. I thought he would have to have a translator because, I don't have any knowledge of the president of Finland until today.
I would guess that in Northern Europe, they learn English.
Yeah.
I would think.
But let's talk real quick about the Teen Table Talk that's happening in Durham. I went and looked, and I found them on Facebook, because you've got a thing that says, go here. And so I went there, and the May 14th, today, I don't see how to do it. It's supposed to be online. When you click online, the link takes you to the events discovery page, and they don't have an event there. So it's kind of like butting your head into the wall.
Yeah, but sometimes on Facebook, they have these events where you click, and when it's showtime, it'll take you. I noticed some organizations are starting to do that, where you go to their event page, and then you click showtime, and then it works.
Well, this link isn't going to their event page. This link is going to the mass chart of all the events that are happening on Facebook.
Okay.
And it's just, it's a dud link. And you know them, so you can call them. They're in Durham.
Yeah. Okay.
It's on your plate.
All right, I'll check it out.
And I was listening to the news on NPR, because they're not bought as like mass media supposedly. And they mentioned briefly, everybody's living with COVID now, right? North Korea has no vaccines.
What do you mean they have no vaccines?
That's what they said. They said that the COVID rates in North Korea are pretty bad because they don't have vaccines. So I don't know why. It seems like, I think North Korea borders China. They could go to China and say, give us some shots. We need
I
some.
thought they were buddies.
Yeah. So anyway, that mostly was a shout out for NPR. The audio on NPR news is really good. It's just right to the news.
Radio, so they're going to perfect that.
Yeah, they don't have a burden of commercials or any. We'll be right back after these words. It's just boom, boom, boom. It takes about 3 minutes, and you get all the headlines of the world.
Yeah, I remember when that app Periscope, before it died, you used to be able to watch the NPR news readers do their thing at the top of the hour. And it was always kind of fun. I mean, they would totally ignore the camera because they're radio people. But they would, you could see them read the news at least. So, and it looked like they would be at their house or something.
Their history of doing news is second to nobody. I don't know anybody that could beat NPR. But that's just my opinion.
I do like Sky News. I like how they.
Yeah, Sky News for international.
I'll tell you what I like about Sky News. I like it when they sometimes have a seat and talk about a news story extemporaneously. I really like when they do that.
Yeah,
they don't do it often enough, but they do.
Sky News does a lot of live streams of the Prime Minister of England when he talks about whatever. They're really quick to pick him up.
Yeah,
I've seen him a number of times, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And so one last thing
you
didn't mention. I'm kind of. Let me find that link just a second.
Well, click on the link here.
There's the news. Tomorrow night, 10:30, if the skies are clear in Durham, you can step out and see the red moon.
Nice. Except it's going to be cloudy, though.
Oh, it is? Oh, that's why you didn't mention it then. No sense talking about something you can't see. But anyway, if you can see it, there you go.
Actually, I think NASA live streams all the eclipses and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure they're going to have it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have that link up, but I just got that still picture from NPR. I told my wife years ago, years and years ago when I was in high school, I was participating in an event at a community theater. I don't remember if it was Oklahoma or I think it was Oklahoma, the musical. And I looked out the back door and the moon was red, just like that picture I just shared. I went, what the heck is going on?
The blood moon.
Because I hadn't heard anything about the eclipse going on or anything. All I know is I saw the full moon and it was red as can be.
That scared you.
Quite an experience. One of those epiphany moments. And I'm glad to hear you're walking. I
Almost.
didn't get that at the beginning.
Almost. My leg is still numb and it still hurts, but it doesn't seem to be as bad.
Yeah.
So I got a DJ this coming Friday at the bus station, so I've got to get better.
Or get a grandson.
Oh, well.
I got a bunch of gravel over at Home Depot, and the guy's loading these bags, and they're 50 pounds a piece.
You told us that yesterday.
And he's putting them in the back of the car and says, you got a grandson, don't you?
You told us this story yesterday.
Well, it was a great story.
Grandpa.
When you're 70, you can be redundant. It's part of the license. But anyway.
So anyway, I hope you have a.
That doesn't require me to go outside because it's.
I hope you have a good weekend, and I guess you'll have to curl up with a good podcast or something.
Well, I've been writing a bunch of stuff. I've got a major dental event. All these front teeth on the top are getting pulled, and so they're talking about I'll have to learn how to talk again. Not that that doesn't surprise me. Shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes.
Wow. Good luck with that for sure.
But that's been one part of the dance, I guess you'd say.
Okay. Wow.
Doing that. And I've been on Netflix, they've got this show called Cursed. And it's kind of like Game of Thrones, but not Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? I mean, it's old in the feudal state, and they got the magic sword and the magicians and so forth.
I don't watch that stuff.
And the guy that's playing Merlin, he's no Merlin that you've ever seen in any movie ever. He's a bald-headed guy, drinks all the time. Just very un-Merlin.
Okay.
So anyway.
Well, you enjoy that, and I will see you next time.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks,
Take care, guy. All right.
Bye.
Always fun, like I said, when a guy drops by. Now you can drop by too. I do this every weekday at noon, Saturdays 10 a.m. I do it a couple hours early because I like to promote the farmers markets, which close at noon. So if you could share this out, that would be awesome. Also, if you plan to try to join me on camera, getting up the nerve, I invite you to do that. It's a good way to practice being on camera. So anyway, you have a beautiful weekend. And I'll see you Monday at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.